Hello, my name is Angela Kawaz and I am the International Account Manager of BoostMyShop, and I would like to walk you through the features of myFulfillment. myFulfillment is a cloud-based ERP system. So since it's a cloud-based ERP system, it will be outside of your CMS. For example, Magento, Shopify, or PrestaShop. And we connect the CMS and your myFulfillment via API. The onboarding process is very much easy and it's automatic. The data transformation between myFulfillment and your CMS will also be automatic. For example, your product details, your order details, or any update in your product. All of these information are updated automatically on fulfillment. And same whenever there is change in inventory level or the stock level will be sent back to your CMS. So the import and export of your product details and your order details are automatic between myFulfillment and any compatible CMS you will integrate with fulfillment. So this is the dashboard, and on the dashboard, if you're a Magento user, you will find a lot of similarities in interface because we build myFulfillment around the Magento system. So here is where you'll able to have a quick overview about your turnover, your daily, monthly, and yearly turnover, order preparation status, so you know how many orders are your back orders, the orders which have been processed or shipped, and if you're expecting any purchase order in your warehouse. But we this is very general data on your dashboard, but we have a very specific data under the reports tab. So under the reports tab, for example, I'll give you a really quick view about order preparation. So here is where you're able to use different store. So one of the benefit of using fulfillment is you can integrate as many CMS you want. It can be different CMS, so you can have Magento 2, Magento 1, Shopify, or PrestaShop. So coming back to the order preparation dashboard, here you can choose the period, and then you can see how many new orders you have received, have been packed and shipped. Also, you can have an view about each user, how many they have received, allocated new orders have been packed and shipped. So we give you all the information regarding the order preparation process, and you can also have a view about your packer's performance. The same under the report section, you can know which is the best selling product, which is the most returned product, and so forth. So these information you can generate under the report section. On the inventory part, here is where you're able to manage whole inventory. So we have warehouse. Under the warehouse tab, you can integrate as many warehouses you want. There's no limitation. You can also add a warehouse such as dummy warehouse, or you can integrate your shop warehouse. So these are the possibilities which you can do on fulfillment. So for example, I'm going to take for the Paris warehouse. Here on the figures, you can see the figures of your warehouse, and you can check all the products associated to this particular warehouse. Now here you have warehouse information such as quantity in warehouse, quantity available, quantity to ship, and also the shelf location of the product. So all of this information is available to you. For the quantity to ship, if you have a new order for this particular product, you'll see the change in number of the order available actually in your warehouse. So it's quite an interesting part. myFulfillment will also help you to calculate WAC, which is weighted average cost. This is something which is calculated by fulfillment. Now here when I click on each product, again I can see the same product available in different warehouses. And when I click on product details, here I have a dedicated page for the product. So I can see the product information. If there is product image associated, you can see the same. Here is where you can set warning stock level and ideal stock level for your each product. So warning stock level is something which you can set. For example, here there is 100 number value has been set. So whenever the product level falls below 100, myFulfillment will notify you under your supply needs section. So this is how it can help you to make to create purchase order from your supplier. Same with ideal stock level. If you want to maintain an ideal level in your warehouse, you can do the same. Now, here you have two options. One is you can add a custom value for your warning and ideal level, which would be manual work. But if you want to choose to be automatic, there is the solution on fulfillment. So on automatic, we can help you to calculate your warning and ideal level depending on your sales history. So for example, it's 5, 15, 30 weeks, but again, this is customizable depending on your requirement. And yeah, so based on your sales history, we help you to manage your warning level and ideal level. Here is where you can add your product location. So for example, B4, once you click on save, your product is associated to this particular location. Under the supplies tab, so here is where you can associate your suppliers to your product. There is no limitation again to associate the number of suppliers for each product. And here you can distinguish between your supplier SKU and your product SKU. Under the stock moments tab, so on stock moments tab is where the product movement, your stock movement is recorded automatically by myFulfillment 99% of the time. So whenever the product comes into warehouse or leaves from the warehouse, you know the same why. So for example, there is this product at this date and time has entered into Paris warehouse because there was a purchase order. You can check the purchase order number and the supplier detail, and you can see which user has processed this particular movement. So we keep record of all the logs under stock movement. So we have also organizer. So this can be also very interesting feature and a useful one for you. Here is where you can, if you want to communicate between your team, if you want to add a particular information for one order or a product, you can always add under the organizer so your colleague can see the same, and it's used only for the internal purposes. So you can assign the message to any of the operator. You can see if this is you can manage the priority level, which department, due date, and you can add your comments. Once you click on save and notify, the operator is notified with this information. Under the inventory part, so we have multiple options such as bulk editor. So bulk editor is when you want to edit your products in bulk. We also have something called as transfer. So here when you want to transfer your products from one warehouse to second warehouse or from your one warehouse to your shop, it's something which is possible to do. We have stock take. So stock take means more like auditing your product. So you want to check that the number of products available on fulfillment and on the warehouse matches. You can have this stock take. We have barcode inventory, so you can increase and decrease the inventory levels in the warehouses with your barcode scanner. And we have warehouse routing. So warehouse routing is something very interesting for people who manages multiple warehouses. So for example, you have received this one order, and in this one order you have 10 products, and out of which 3 are out of stock in warehouse 1, but it is in stock in warehouse 2. So you can create a rule that if this product runs out of stock in warehouse 1, it is dispatched from warehouse 2. So you can set such kind of rules, and our support team will also help you to understand and help you to manage these rules on fulfillment, so you can use our product very efficiently. We have something called as kits analysis. So kits is something called as children products. For example, you have this one product which is a t-shirt in different sizes and colors. You can align all those products to the main product. And the last feature on under the inventory part is stock transfer recommendation. So under stock transfer recommendation, whenever it helps you to manage your inventory level in different warehouses. So for example, if you have in one warehouse an excess amount of inventory, you can move, it will recommend you that you can transfer this stock into warehouse 2 because it has a low stock. So this is something also quite interesting for people who have multiple warehouses. Under the sales tab, so on the sales tab in orders, here is where you'll able to manage all the orders on fulfillment. You can check the products which are out of stock, which are highlighted in red, highlighted in green, which are in stock. So all the orders which you have received, you can see on this page. Now the other interesting point I would like to mention under the inventory part is that we have mobile phone application. So it's an Android application you can install from your Play Store, and you can use this particular mobile phone application to scan the product barcode to update your inventory level, for your picking and packing, for your purchase order reception. So whenever you receive a purchase order into your warehouse, this is something again you can use your mobile phone application. So it gives you the ability to move around the warehouse very easily without worrying in by connecting your wires as such. So it's quite an interesting part to have a mobile phone application in handy. Going back to the sales, under the order preparation, so here is where I will show you how you can process your order. So here there are 3 tabs. One are products which are in stock, products which are partially in stock and partially out of stock. So here is where you can choose to move ahead in dispatching or shipping this product which is in stock to your customer. So you can partially ship your order, and then you can always come back to the same order whenever your product is back in stock. And then we have a tab which is dedicated to back orders. So all the products which are out of stock, you can check the same. So over here, for example, I want to process one order. I click on prepare, and then it moves to the progress tab. So once it moves to the progress tab, I can check all the products which are, all the orders which are in stock, and I can just click on picking. Once I click on picking, a PDF file is generated with your global picking sheet list. Here is where you'll able to check all the products which has to be picked in your warehouse. And if you want to go completely paperless, we have mobile phone application, and you can check the picking sheet on your mobile phone. Now at this point, here is where we also help you to manage bin location. So if you have this one product comment in all the 10 orders, it will be mentioned that you have to pick 10 of them from this location for this product for these many orders. So it becomes quite easy to help you to optimize your picking sheet. Going back to my order preparation table, once your warehouse manager has picked all the products on the from the picking sheet, he can just click on packing, and from the drop down menu he can just choose one of them. So right now it was very easy to choose one of the order because there are just 4, but in your case if you have 500 orders a day or 1000 or 2000 orders a day, you do not have to worry, because on the global picking sheet, the next sheet is where each order has a barcode label. So when you scan the barcode label for this order, this packing sheet is automatically selected. So you know you're preparing the right order. Now, again, there is another option of using mobile phone application, which is quite handy. You just can start packing the right order. All you have to do is you can scan the barcode of your product. Once you scan, right now, since this is a demo account, I do not have a barcode scanner, so I'm going to do this manually. Your quantity packed is shown here. So now at this stage, the main idea of fulfillment is to create easiness of managing your order preparation. So you can not only do just picking and packing, but now you can do also shipping on fulfillment. So we integrate any of your transporters which you are compatible with, and with fulfillment we integrate via API again here. And as you can see here on the shipping method, a TNT individual has been associated to this order. But at this stage, if you want to choose a different shipping method, you can do the same, and then again you have a calculator to get the rates. So it's probably a one-stop solution for your whole inventory and order and your supplier issues. So once you just click on commit packing, you have validated all the details here. At this stage, myFulfillment sends a notification to TNT individual that this order is ready to be shipped. So TNT individual sends back a tracking number back into the system. So right now I'm gonna do it manually because again it's a demo account, so there is no carrier integrated here. But once this is done, you can just click on you have your tracking number in place, and you can download the shipping label. So you have all these information back into your Magento. So you can do pick, pack, ship with fulfillment in lot of ease. There are also many more detailed features regarding order preparation, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to get in touch with us, and one of the product expert will get in touch back with you to solve any of your questions. So under the sales tab, here is we are also compatible with ship theory. So under ship theory, you can create shipping labels with multiple carriers, and it gives you a good cost too. So you can always choose ship theory too. And we can also help you to add order carrier rules, so you do not have to manually select a shipping carrier for your each order. It just you have to put the rules, and myFulfillment will optimize the same. On the purchasing tab, so here is where you can associate all your suppliers. We can also help you manage your expected products, your supplier returns too. So I'll show you the replenishment page, which is the most useful one. It falls under supply needs. So this page will help you to decide how much purchase order you have to create from your supplier. So for example, for this product, you can see the quantity for back orders, quantity for low stock, quantity to receive. So if you have already created a purchase order, so you know the same. And then fulfillment suggests you how much quantity you should order from your customer. So it's pretty interesting page where you are able to see which product is required to be created for purchase order. When you want to create a purchase order, you can do the same. You can uh, just choose the supplier. So for example, BoostMyShop is the supplier I'm choosing. Now for the product, as you can see, there is nothing. So I just click on add products, and on add products, here is where I can add the products which I want to create a purchase order from. So under the supply needs, this is again if fulfillment suggests me to create a particular number of order depending on the details and on the data achieved. We can know the same. So once you have selected the products, you can just click on save. Once it's clicked on saved, it moves back to the product page. So you can see all the products available for you want to create a purchase order for, and you have all these options, and if you want to remove any of the product, you can do the same. So once you validate the products, you just have to click on notify, and your supplier is notified. He will receive an email with all the purchase order details. Once the whole process is completed, he sends you the purchase order into your warehouse. You can just click on receive. Now again, this is something which is available on the mobile application. So you can just use the phone camera to scan the product barcode, and it will show which location you have to send in. So right now there is no location associated, so I can put it here manually, or else it will recommend you what location. And once you scan, you just click on save, and all the inventory levels at this point has been updated. So if you have any back orders, those orders will be shifted to in stock tab, so your operators can proceed ahead with your order preparation process. So it's quite an interesting tool over. We have many features, many things are possible, and please do not hesitate to get in touch if you have any specific question